Tesla Semi is moving forward. The factory is coming along great. We are getting official word from executives at Tesla. Product developers like Dan Priestley have not just published videos on their official accounts, but given keynote speaks at the ACT Expo, letting us know what is coming, what is exciting, and what to look forward to. So if I'm getting excited and need to look forward to something too, it's going to be hanging out with my buddy Herbert from Brighter. You know him. He does great work. He is a lot of fun. Herbert, you've seen these announcements, so we're going to chat about them real quick. I'm Brian. Welcome to Future Asa. So I'm going to just start with this slide. We're just going to get right into it. Build your career at Tesla. Now, I saw that Business Insider post saying 1,000 jobs. I went and looked. I found 54, but that doesn't necessarily encapsulate all of the hiring. It could be that there are ones that didn't have the word semi in the name. And also, I only looked by Nevada. So that it could be that there are semi and logistics coordinators being hired in other locations. Uh, let's talk about that real quick. First of all, what does it tell you that there's hiring going on for the semi?
Yeah, so they're getting serious now. I know it's taken a long time for semi to get going, but we just covered this recently. 26 vehicles, Tesla semis, is actually now driven over 100,000 miles. They are building. They've got a factory that they've already built, and they're just now putting the insides in there. They're committing to 50,000 per year of semis starting next year, and so they're going to
They will
hire
ramp
1,000 people.
to
Yeah,
50,000. Yes.
yeah.
Uh,
A
that's
run
a
rate
lot of,
by the end of the next
yeah.
year is what their goal is. And so, they are serious now. They are going to build this and they're hiring 1,000 people. And, the question I've got for you is, and I've been asking a few people on this, is that, this, where we might go into a potential recession, right? And yet they're committing to this. And then there is this debate about where are they using the batteries? They need these batteries. Um, Cern Basher pointed out that one semi, or sorry, 50,000 semis is like 100 million robots, Optimus bots, in terms
Mm-hmm.
of batteries. Like you could take those batteries and use it for 100 million robots. And of course, we know that these batteries could be used for everything, right? Megapacks, cars, but they're choosing to put it on semis. So it's more of a commitment to the mission, the sustainable, energy mission. But it's obviously going to be very, very good for all sorts of good reasons, but it still is like it's like a embarrassment of riches. Like, what do you do? I could use it for this business, that business, or this business, but
Well,
this
let's
one's
talk
gonna.
about that real quick. That's a very good point to bring up. The first part I'd say is they can't quite use them for anything. These are NCA batteries, nickel, cobalt, aluminum batteries, so they wouldn't put them in the megapacks or power walls. They're using LFP for that, which is a better use of that, which brings us to the point that we need to really get LFP production going in the US, or at least seek a tariff reprieve. It was about, what, a year and a half, 2 years ago that the administration put on these very steep tariffs.
Mhm.
And I understand them in principle, but not in practice. They're designed to protect US battery makers, of whom at the time there were zero making LFPs in any kind of volume. And today there's maybe one at Tesla. Some others may be coming online, but we don't yet know. In terms of the recession, I would say the important thing is, and I'd like your feedback on this, is if there is a recession, if inflation is a problem coming up, as it has been for a while now, wouldn't wouldn't distributors, wouldn't
Mm.
retailers want
Yeah, yeah,
to maximize
yeah.
their savings on distribution?
Yeah, no, absolutely. This is exactly correct. Like in a recession, it's actually should have more sales of these electric vehicle semis because they are by far right. They've hit the markets so much more better than a diesel in everything, right? Range, comfort, cost. Now we don't know yet the cost, right? We don't know yet how much it costs and when the ROI is going to get back. But the understanding is that what in 2 or 3 years you'll get it back, and and lots of ROI back compared to the cost of an diesel. So
And what we do know, whenever a new line is produced, a new factory, a new product, it doesn't matter what you sell them for day one, you are losing money because you've got to pay back all that, everything, even the factory, even the cost, even the tooling. It's You could sell them for 1 million a pop, and you'd still have to sell a lot of them before you break even. Uh, and maybe they are selling them for 1 million. We don't know. But
Mhm.
once they're fully ramped, I can see them still costing more than a diesel, just
Mhm.
because diesel motors, for as complicated as they are, we've really got that down to a science. They go together. Uh, they're very complicated tinker toys, but they are still tinker toys. Whereas with the batteries, those are, you know,
But
extreme
if you
precision.
add Robotrucking to
Hmm.
this,
Yeah.
hmm, a
Well, and the
lot of
reality
crossover.
is, you as a fleet operator know if it makes sense. You don't have to guess if it'll make sense. I can show you on paper. I am your accountant. I can show you on paper if this makes sense or not. And if it doesn't, I can tell you at what price it does. And then you just wait for that price. You just wait for it. Maybe you have to wait for gas to go up a little bit or the truck price to come down a little bit, but it makes sense. Now, because I only searched Nevada, where else could it be that they would have job postings for semi?
Hmm, I don't know. I mean,
Could
unless
it be
maybe the
along?
mega pack chargers, yeah, along the
Yeah,
routes.
exactly. The
Yeah.
chargers, could it be that they will have positions through that entire belt, coast to coast along the south, where it appears there will be public chargers in just a few years?
Hmm. Yeah.
I think all of
What
that
is
is
it?
possible.
46 charging stations that they're planning to.
That's a lot of coverage.
That's in
And
2027, though, by the way.
yes, well, I mean, that's 2 years.
And then they said that the actual Megapacks chargers that they're building for the semis is using the same team and the same components as the supercharging team. I don't know what they
Why
are,
is
right?
that important?
Why is that important? So more efficient, less a sunk cost. It's already out there. So
Yeah, if you have to hire a whole new team, get the engineering and training up to speed, that's going to introduce a lot of weird costs, isn't it? I mean, just asking. Uh, uh, what big news did you hear this week about Tesla Semi that you are most excited about?
wow. I guess I mean there's a few things, right? So they made it 7.3% more efficient. So they're continuing to improve the semi. Um, I don't know. I mean, I think I am excited that they're moving forward with building the factory. I think that's the biggest thing. 50,000 per year. They're already there. That means we're done waiting. This is it. It's out. Scaling.
How do you feel about the number 50,000, especially in consideration of the fact
Yeah,
that that's 20% of
right.
the
You were
US
explaining that
market
to me,
share?
right? That's 20% of the US market share. So that's a good number. Um, like
Too high, too
I
low?
so I'm not a Tesla semi fan. Like I've been saying for a while
Not
now
even
that
a semi fan? Oh.
I'm a semi fan of the semis because I
Mhm.
just see the value of so many other businesses. For me, that's more exciting than the Tesla semi. And I hope that it's not a distraction to Tesla. And just like I'm not a Model X or Model S fan, and people go, yeah, but we need them. Why? You don't need them. But there's value in having these halo cars, and there's a value in saying, hey, this is part of our mission. But in terms of the tremendous the impact of sustainable energy is bar none bigger than even electric vehicles car, right? Pound for
Mhm.
pound. So no, I get that part, but it's just, gosh, you know what I mean? Like there's so much more we can be doing with mega packs, mega chargers, mega packs, and with bots and autonomy. So, but now when you combine robo trucking, and if robo trucking, the prices of those, fleets of trucks gets lower than the cost of rail, that's when things change. All of a sudden, this is no longer trucking. This is no longer a
Right.
semi truck. This is a replacement for rail or a replacement for short haul flights. It's a replace. The cost is just, or even for some shipping, it could really start to make a difference.
So let's talk about the improvement to my life because of Tesla's trucks. Um,
Right? Yeah, yeah, good point.
will will my life get better?
I think so. I mean, cost of goods, the number one cost is delivery. And if you can bring that down, that's what I'm saying. If you add robo trucking to it, that's when you really reduce the cost of transportation, which is a major part of the goods and services that you're buying from Amazon, from any place. So yeah, I think maybe prices will go down. I do know that states, they are fighting each other to try to approve robo trucking, as far as I know, because they know the boost to the economy, and to those manufacturers that are based in their state, what it would do for them is significant dollars, right? If they can reduce it. So all of that, I think, will be very valuable. So it'll impact the economy.
Well, let's talk about what I don't like about trucks, and you tell me if this is going to change. I don't
Mhm.
like belching semi diesel fuel.
Yeah, right. The number one problem, right? The one that's causing the most significant, what is it, 15% of the emissions is coming from trucks. So yes,
Yes. Okay. What about the noise
the
of trucks?
noise level. Yeah, for sure. I mean,
What
I
about the
used to live
brake
near a
dust?
highway, and that's all you ever hear is these trucks barreling through.
Downshifting, Jake
Yeah,
braking. Oh, it's
yeah,
terrible. What about the brake dust?
right. Good
That's
point.
a lot of particulate matter.
Yeah. And it's dangerous, right? These trucks are very dangerous.
The big change that I see coming with robo trucking that I don't think enough people talk about is semi drivers are limited not by miles, but by hours,
Hmm.
where the truck,
Hmm.
a robo truck, is limited by miles. That means that truckers have a propensity to try and push the speed limit, which is not only unsafe, less safe, but increases fuel consumption dramatically. At those speeds, adding just a few more miles per hour can dramatically increase consumption. The EV truck is in no hurry. If the speed limit is 60 or 70, that's how fast it will go. It won't go 75, 80. It won't get a speeding ticket unless it misunderstood the sign. We're talking about a serious savings in that regard, wouldn't we?
Oh, for sure. Yep. It's huge.
It's huge. And the other big advantage being that uh, a electric truck could cross the country if it's driven by itself in the speed of a driving team currently.
They don't have to go home. That's the
They
other
also don't.
benefit of a robo taxis. Like cyber cabs don't need to go home. They can go to, a rural location, drop off somebody. They don't have to get home that night. They just stay there. You know what I mean? Because they're interchangeable. The same thing could happen. I mean, depending on like ownership, right? If you're a corporation, then you'll need them to all go home. But if you're big enough, right? These are advantages.
That is a good point. Is you could have them strategically located and waiting without it upsetting anyone's life, without it
Yeah.
upending someone's plans to attend their daughter's graduation or something like that. Yeah, they could. And that's the other thing is I've seen people say, well, with my robo taxi or robo semi, and then at the end of the night it comes home. I say, does it need to? Do
Hmm.
you have space for it? If you've got 10 cybercabs, do you have parking for 10 cybercabs? Why worry about it? Let them go somewhere else. Let them go to the charging depot or whatever. And at least with the cybercabs, what you really have is a self-charging car.
Yeah.
Uh, of course, the semis not yet self-charging. Uh, I don't I don't
If
know
I
if that's
name them,
something.
if I give them a name, I want them to come home. Come on, Sparky, get home already.
Any farmer will tell you you don't name the food. So, guys, what are we missing here? This is a big topic on semis. I do want to thank everybody who chose to subscribe recently. Both of you are amazing. It's been slow. Uh, and of course, to all the folks who've been supporting on Patreon and YouTube and X as channel members, subscribers, and patrons, respectively. That is wonderful. I thank you so much for all that. Uh, and everybody else, head over to Brighter with Herbert, see what he's up to. Don't forget, every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific, we do a live show together. It's a whole heap of fun. And everybody else, stay tuned, stay juicy, and I cannot wait to hear from you, clever robots on the flippity flop.